Germany's former Chancellor Angela Merkel on Wednesday received a prestigious UN award for opening her country to refugees during her time in the office. Merkel was hailed for welcoming more than 1.2 million refugees and asylum seekers to Germany in 2015 and 16. Merkel's decision came at the peak of the crisis fueled by the war in Syria. Around 2,000 people were invited to the ceremony, which was set up in 1989 and has previously handed awards to the likes of Nelson Mandela and Yasser Arafat. The US is not looking at sanctioning India over its oil purchases from Russia, Karen Donfry, US Assistant Secretary of State for European and Eurasian Affairs, said on Wednesday. Meanwhile, the US Assistant Secretary of State for Energy Resources, Jeffrey Pyatt, also added that US was comfortable with India's approach on Russian oil purchase, but added that we value the dialogue that we continue to have on this issue. Over the past few months, India has been buying more and more cheap Russian oil and refining it into fuel for Europe and USA. Fuel refined in India is not considered to be Russian origin. The devastating earthquakes that jolted Turkey and Syria in the early hours of Monday may have moved the tectonic plates on which the former countries sit by as much as 3 feet or 10 meters, an Italian seismologist has claimed. Over 16,000 people have died and more than 11,000 buildings have been destroyed after 5 earthquakes and over 100 aftershocks hammered the area. A search and rescue official has said that the time is running out for survivors buried in the earthquake rubble to be found as the search efforts near the critical 72-hour mark. India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and Russian President Vladimir Putin on Thursday held wide-ranging discussions in Moscow and agreed to continue working towards implementing the strategic partnership between the two countries. The Indian Embassy in Moscow said that the discussion were focused on bilateral and regional issues, but it did not elaborate on the issues.
Subscribe to One India channel and never miss an update.